Good evening. Is the frequency in use? Didn't think so. Been listening for a while. This is net control for usually. The Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net is an emergency or priority traffic. Nothing heard. If there is any emergency traffic, call 911 or the appropriate agency you call in your neighborhood or association. But if there is an emergency, you can't get a hold of somebody, can't use 911 or your phone's broke, we'll do it for you. Just tell us where it may. Net may be broken at any time for anything like that. And for information on this net, you can see us right now on the YouTube. Here on just look up K4PEW, my call K4PEW in the search block in the YouTube page, and it'll bring up my channel and hopefully the. You can also look us up on our regular website 146415.net. Information on related to ham radio. Also, you can see us on our groups.io site. You can just go to groups.io JSS for Mount Juliet Simplex Society and bring us right up. You can join the mailing list, or you can just see what our net schedule is. We normally and Saturday nights, and in between times, a fair amount of traffic here on this frequency. But the purpose of the net is to have, it's supposed to be fun. Yes, we also provide a valuable service in times of emergency or national emergency. Hope that never comes. It has proven to be a valuable service to your family, or it can be a valuable service to your family, your neighbors, your neighborhood, and because you may be the only one around who can communicate for your neighbors and your family. At any rate, we invite everyone to use the net for announcements. I don't think I have any announcements other than the Bowling Green net, October 2nd, in Bowling Green, obviously. You can look them up on the web. Bowling Green, Kentucky Colonels, maybe. Just look it up. Bowling Green Ham Fest, October 2022. It's the only one I can think of that's coming up. Does anybody know of any other Ham Fest or events coming up for Ham? I guess not. Let's see, where was I? This is net number 125, I believe. We're starting from the south. We're going to be taking check-ins from the store. If there's any first-time check-ins, we'd love to hear from them. Is there any objection to moving forward at this time? By the way, I appreciate Michael doing the net for me this past Wednesday. I was a little out of sorts just due to slightly painful and slightly disconcerting to my face. So I didn't feel like that and flopping my gums for an hour or so. Anyway, Mike always does a great job with it. Night net on 10 meters, which is on at 7:30 Sunday night. Be there at the 28.415. It's Tennessee 10 meter net. Again, 28.415 upper side beam. So you don't want to miss that either. Announcements. All right, good. Who's short on time? People first, please come in.
Kilo November 4, Foxtrot, Ashland City.
Yeah, you were missing in action this morning, Rick.
I certainly was, man. This old body is just tired.
Yeah, well, your brother made it, and he's worse.
I know. I really got no excuse, man. So I'm gonna have to double.
All right, very good. Everything good for you?
Yes, sir. Everything's fine.
Hey, you missed a fine time at breakfast, but hey, you're lost.
Yes, I agree. But hey, there's always next time.
Oh yeah, you'll do fine. We appreciate you being there, Rick. That's Rick in Ashton City, I should say. Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Who had a great signal, by the way. Who else is short on time?
Tango
India. Refresh my memory. Who is this and where are you?
It's Marvin and Gallison.
And, oh, cool. Hey, you sound good. When's the last time you were around? I don't remember.
I think this is my first time checking in.
Oh, you had me going there. I often forget. I've been doing that for 7 years, and we probably had 300 or 400 people check in from time to time. You could have checked in a couple of weeks ago, and I might not remember.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, very good. What kind of antenna are you running up to?
Right now, I'm listening to on a portable unit I've created. I have a dipole up about 5, running about 50 watts so I can get out.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're doing good for what you got inside for an indoor dipole. That's awesome. That's you're hoping to get it up higher, I hope.
Yeah, I finally got permission from the HOA to do this in town.
Oh, okay. You got one of those deals. Where are you going to be able to put it?
Just on my roof, but it'll be better than inside.
Yeah, you have a chimney you can attach it to? Man, that would be a good way to do it.
I have a direct TV antenna that's left over that I'm going to use that mast.
That's a good deal. Yeah, it's funny they allow direct TV antennas, but you'd have to get permission for the others, right?
Exactly.
Very good, Marvin. How long have you been a ham?
Since 1966.
66?
Yeah, yes, sir.
And you sound like you got it when you were about 15, because you sound pretty young.
I was about 15. Yeah, I'm 70 years old.
Yeah, okay, very. You just sound a lot younger than 70.
That's because I drink a lot.
So I guess anymore. Very good, Marvin. Wow, you've been around a long time. But did you move it into that house recently that you got this?
About 4 years ago. I've been having to do this a lot. I keep running into HOAs.
Yeah, that's problem on HOA. Even some people have reasonably good success, getting it up in the attic. But if you can get it outside, all the better. Excellent, excellent. Well, very good. What kind of antenna are you going to put up on the outside?
I haven't decided yet. It's got to be, but I don't know yet.
Well, if you can swing, probably, I don't know, the homeowner association would approve of, but as you know, since you've been a ham a long time, you want to put up that they'll permit and that you can afford. And one of those that I've had good experience with and had good reports, and I don't own one of those, is that either like the Diamond X510, and then there's also like the GP9. Heck, I forgot who makes it. Comet, the GP9. Anyway, those two are outrageously good on 2 meters.
Looked at the Diamond and the Comet both, so that's probably will pick one of those.
Of course, again, you got to like I don't have a homeowner association, so I don't have 24-foot vertical, the Diamond X700. I don't know if your homeowner association would approve of that, or you'd approve of spending $400.
Oh, well, comparing to what I've been spending, yeah, 400 or 70.
No, I've had a lot of people who I know own that X510 or that GP9. They do great. They really. I think they're around $200 maybe.
Oh, that sounds cool. I can do that.
Yeah. Anyway, well, I expensive one. Unfortunately, I had the cash at the time to get the 24-foot one. It's got the highest gain ham antenna, well, vertical anyway.
I also, by the way, am on solar power. I don't use any electric.
Oh, awesome. How big a battery do you have?
The standard, about a 300 charge for the solar panel.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, you have to. That's the bad part about. Have any backup on city electric?
Well, in an emergency, I use a generator, but yeah, if I have to, I'll use it.
Oh no, I understand. Of course, if you spend a lot of time on the air, your battery, just like I learned in my car, working mobile. If the engine not running, it didn't take me long on 100 watts to get that battery where it would start to drain enough where all of a sudden my power would start to.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's funny how quickly it will go down if you're spending a fair amount of time on the radio.
Yeah, I don't quite do that. So I'm a different.
No, I understand. Now, you're doing fine. Sound great. A little bit of noise in there, but I think a lot of trash on my display here from the local noise, and I had it in here earlier as well. Well, really, Marvin, it's good having you in there. That's November Tango India, correct?
Correct. November 4, India Tango.
Yeah, very good. And he's in Gallatin. Good to have you in there, Marvin. We appreciate your time Wednesdays and Saturday nights, any other time you feel like it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, very good. That was Marvin, November 4, India Tango. Who else is well, that was a first time check-in. Do we have any other no, not early, but early check-in? Do we have run time or first time check-in? All righty, very good. Well, then we start taking
Whiskey Oscar 4 Yankee. K3NPR. Mike.
Hold on, I had a couple in there. Go in there. Who did I hear in there? It was a K3 November, Papa Romeo?
No, it's St. Paul K3 Mike.
Oh, okay, very good. I thought it was. Just that 3 in there always, every time I get a call like that, it's the 3 threw me a curve. Mike, hold on one second. Oscar 4 Yankee in there too. Beat you in there. Hold on. You still in there?
Yeah, Paul, Mike, and Laverne hanging out and towards the east tonight.
Looking toward the east, you say?
Yeah, I'm trying to listen for Woodbury, Alexandria, whoever you talk to out that way.
Ah, okay, very good. You doing all right down there?
Yes, sir. Probably going to take this antenna back down and get it ready for winter.
Ready for winter. In what way do you do that?
Figure out on how to phase that other half of the
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, they sell some. I forget which antenna you have, which beam you have, but they do sell a phasing harness. I know I've seen it in Diamond's product line, and I'm pretty sure other people have it as well.
Yeah, that's what I've got is the diamond. I went in there trying to tweak it up to 147, and I threw things, and I do have the phasing harness.
Yeah, well, the phasing harness is supposed to resolve those issues, I thought.
Well, too far, so I'm having to pay for it. So it may take me a week or so to get back on there.
Complexity adds problems, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Sometimes I just try to think outside the box, stick with what is truly tried.
Well, sometimes we think we're going on a little adventure, and we're gonna by going outside the box, and sometimes that's not such a great idea, I've found.
Well, they've all bit me in the butt over 30 years of hamming. That's my advice.
Oh yeah, I'm with you. Well, very good, Mike. You sound good though, and I hope to hear good news from you about that two beam antennas hooked up with a phasing harness. See how that works out for you. Well, very good. Good to have you in there. That was Whiskey Oscar for Yankee Mike and Laverne. I have Mike Kilo 3 Mike Papa Romeo. Were you on still in the handheld, Mike?
Me, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, very good. Yeah, it was nice to have your breakfast this morning.
No, this is a WO4Y. There's too many mics in here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to from Laverne. But no, there was the other mic was right behind it. That was Kilo 3 Mike Papa Romeo.
Yeah. Antenna just to see if they did any better than the stock anytone antenna.
Yeah, you sound real great. But you're still on. Mike, K3NPR.
Now, Paul was just saying that I did that taste of camel today up in 13 different places. So I'm stumped, moving slow. But it was definitely good seeing everybody at breakfast this morning. And it's always good to see everybody down there.
Yeah, very good. How much power are you running over there now, Mike?
I got a turn. All pushes.
I guess you're close enough, and your antenna's in a good enough place because you're doing over 50 over to me.
Switched to the bubble antenna on the truck just to see if it did any difference in the stock antenna.
It's doing great. Well, snails don't really perform all that great, but they can do okay if you got the elevation.
Yeah, eventually I'll get something I can stick up the motors for the dog.
Did I pique your interest with an FAA announcement today, one that I sent out earlier this evening?
So I'm kind of curious what the rule making's going to be on it. You know, I always shake my head when FAA do something like that.
Well, there's one thing government does well is it introduces a lot of confusion into things.
And there are knee-jerk reactions. So something's probably happened somewhere, and then they're doing a knee-jerk trying to change the rules, which will make it more difficult for those guys. And I don't know. It'll be a pain in the butt. Is what's going to end up being.
Yeah, well, I don't have a drone, so I've heard people have fun with them, and I think they're great. But I think most of them, it's not as if they're flying it, up in the area where planes are flying usually.
That's like when I have down there in Smyrna in that park. Granted, they were a couple miles away from the airport. And of course, it's flight zone or drones. And I'm looking at that and thinking, if you stay below 200 feet, you're not. The airplane's down that low. He's already eating trees.
Yeah, that's right. It's can't imagine it being well. Again, always to the side of safety, and I mean, no matter what you do, there's always going to be people who aren't paying attention. Well, to what they're doing with a drone or what they're doing to a radio-controlled plane, there's always going to be somebody goofing off.
Definitely, because it's some of the remote control airplane parks that I've been up to, and those guys get, and I'm thinking, they are high enough to hit an airplane.
Oh, they can be. You're right. I've radio-controlled glider. I forget how high he had it, but it was over 200 feet.
Oh, definitely. But the drones have a good purpose, and they are fun to fly. But like everything, you don't want the government to come knocking on your door, wanting to find you for doing something wrong.
Yeah, that's the last thing I want. Well, very good, Mike. This morning that was Kilo 3 Mike Papa Romeo. He's on a HT with 7 watts, but he's on his mobile antenna from his I don't know who else can hear him, but who else is south? Please come in.
KF4, KFQ.
Hey, Tony.
I'm doing all right. Got my little heart monitor over here, trying to keep it stuck on my body. But
Did you always have that?
no, it's a new little piece of hardware they stuck on me this week.
The kind that does it automatically calls the office?
No, it's not that fancy. It's I have to wear it for. And actually, I put it in a box and mail it in.
Old school.
Well, yeah, old leads on it and a little thing that clips to your belt. This thing's about the size of a silver dollar, and it's super glued to my chest. And I'm not really this bad boy off.
No, I wouldn't either. Cool. What prompted that? Just some erratic heartbeats or something?
I won't get into it on the air.
I know. I didn't mean to delve into it. Yeah, I know that those are pretty neat because they can monitor all kinds of functions and get a good.
Yeah. I spent Wednesday getting X-rayed. I had a nice soft green. Wednesday. I had so much X-ray radiation in me, but I'm good now.
Yeah, probably killed any viruses you had too.
Yeah.
Did you have a medical sponsor for us this evening?
Uh, sure. Butterscotch dessert topping and cold sore cream.
Ah, double duty. That's an awesome bargain.
Hey, you can't go wrong with a fine dessert topping and battling herpes.
It works good on herpes, I see.
Well, that's what a cold sore is.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. About those things. Some of them just different versions of it, isn't it?
Well, it's herpes type 1 and herpes type 2, and basically the difference is above the waist, type 2 is below the waist.
Yeah, I didn't know that. It shows how much I know.
All right. Have a good evening, guys, and I'll let somebody else talk for a while. KF4, KF2.
Very good, Tony. Appreciate it. That's KF4, KF. Smyrna. Who else is out?
Hey, one SPD.
Hey, Scott. How you doing?
Oh, doing well, and peels off real easy.
It does peel off pretty easy once it's on there.
Yeah. There's some goop or something that's a release agent that took mine off, but yeah, one of my cardiac issues right there.
Yeah, it's amazing what we've done with software and hardware on monitoring the body function.
Yep. Oh, well, everything's going good on this side. How about yourself?
Oh, we're doing great. Well, I just love this weather, man. It's just perfect.
No. If I had a time clock out back on the porch, my wife and I probably spent 24 hours out there last.
Oh, but no, it's very, very nice. It's a pleasure to be outside and it's breezy and it's relatively about 81 or 82 or 83 today.
Yeah, I think got 82 over here, but when we get to the buy swap swindle, I've got a deal going on here.
Oh, okay, very good. That then too when we get to the break. Buy, sell, swap, and swindle. We haven't done that in a while either. We're hoping it's actually. I'm hoping you post it to the group as well, just because there's 170 people there and there's probably only 30 or 40 listening tonight. Bigger audience, and we send it out in the email.
I turned that thing off and I never figured out how to get back in it.
Well, I can send you a new invite to you if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead and do that if you would.
All righty, I shall do that. Very good, Scott. Good to have you in there. It's Kilo 1, and Scott's in. He's in Laverne, right?
Sure enough.
Yeah, reason completely gone. I should remember that. Anyway, Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta, Scott and Laverne. Who else is this out?
Yeah.
And you're making a mistake there, Tim, checking in so early.
Yeah. I get in here and wait, and I go back out there to go eat or something. It's done your. I don't know where they're at. I went in here. I need to get in here early enough, to get it to do the digital. I do have the D Star, so and the Yazoo, whatever that is, Wires X or whatever. So thanks, buddy.
Oh, I hear you. Well, I sent out the reminders about the 7:30 net. I forgot it tonight.
Flexing around outside or something till he's past that. So anyway, no, I was in the shower. Take it back. Anyway, Paul, you doing okay?
Oh yeah, I'm doing great. How about you?
Yes, sir. Hanging in there. All right, my friend. I'll let you get back. Well, there. Might have had a double with me, so I know they were lining up for you. 73s, and we'll talk to you guys later. Y'all have a good night. KR4AZ back to net control.
Yeah, very good, Tim. That was Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu in Murphy. I want to ask anybody if anybody's heard from Dennis, W9BOQ. I haven't heard from him in a couple of weeks now. Just send him an email, send him a text. I haven't heard from him. So I hope he's all right. Anyway, anybody else south, please come in.
KY4HT.
Hey, how you doing there, Dennis?
Good. Just sitting here reading and playing, Elvin.
Well, that's it's one thing you can kill a lot of time.
You ain't kidding, man. Every time I turn a page, I figure out something new.
Yeah, you reading manuals again?
Yeah, man, just reading manuals and watching videos there.
Yeah, are you trying 91A? Is that what you're doing?
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, I have to do the same thing because I can't remember how to do some of the menu functions.
Yeah, man, that thing, it's got a ton of taking it one day at a time. I figure by spring I'll have it all figured out.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, I figure by then this radio will be obsolete.
Well, let's hope not.
Well, so far I'm having fun with it, man. I made a lot of contacts on 8 meters with it.
Oh, awesome. Are you still using your J-pole?
Yep, still using the J-pole. I got the GP9. Just need to get out there and put it up. Just so doggone lazy.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that affliction.
Yeah, maybe somebody feels sorry for old man and just let me put my rocking chair out there and watch them put it together.
Well, if you need help, I mean, really, somebody will come and help you. Maybe even me.
Oh yeah, I got it down to 15 minutes to put it up. All I got to do is let the J-pole down and put it on there.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's not gonna take the time to do it.
Yeah, this J-pole is working so well, I hate to put it back in retirement.
Well, put it up as a second antenna for something else, whatever. Because the GP9 is that what you're putting back up?
Back up.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be excellent.
Let's go, Paul. I'm gonna get back in here and read before you net there.
Yeah, very good. That was Dennis, Kilo Yankee 4HT in Murfreesboro. Who else is south?
Victor 4 Delta, Ken, and Smyrna.
Hey, Ken, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well, Paul. Coming to the breakfast this morning, but family took over.
Oh, yeah, no family. Usually.
Yeah, but it was begrudgingly.
Well, I relatively small group. It was about 8 of us there, but we had a good time.
Well, good. I think it's calling Annette. Sorry, breakfast this morning, but I decided my wife was not feeling super chipper, so I decided I'd spend the day with her.
Oh, yeah, well, she's recovering from her little problem.
Yep, she's doing really well today, much, much better than she had been.
Yeah, well, good. Because in this day and age, there's enough crap going around. It's
Yes, sir. And they told her she did not have COVID, and she probably just needed a couple steroid shots, which she enjoyed supremely.
well,
Well, she didn't like them, but they helped her.
well, nobody liked it. Yesterday, I think it was. Some guy it was a video of somebody down in Brazil who he was so this shot. This is an adult man looked like he weighed about 250 pounds. And he was getting the shot while he was standing. I don't know why they did it, standing up while they're giving him the shot, and he starts screaming like a child. And he got the shot, and then he just fell.
Well, I've seen people with lots of tattoos. They say, I'm afraid of needles.
Yeah, it's very long going into the military if you're afraid of needles.
Yeah, I said, I just
I saw several videos of people that said they were afraid of needles, and they had several tattoos on them.
Well, those are a little different though, because they more it's. I think people are afraid of having something stick in them, which a tattoo thing only goes down. I don't know what the dimension is, but it just goes down into a kind of a subdermal. What do they call that? Subcutaneous, whatever it is. It goes just a little bit into the skin.
Yes, sir. The needles they gave me my COVID shots as a booster, I think it almost hit the bone.
That's probably because your wife asked her to use the big needle.
They did. Oh, you go back and call the net. Thank you for what you do. All of us appreciate it. Appreciative of you calling it. So KE4PEW73 to the crowd tonight. This is WB40.
Yeah, very good. Appreciate the kind words. That's Ken. He's in Smyrna. Whiskey Victor 4 Delta. Over the east.
Hello, WA4 is anytime. James, Mount Juliet. KB. Sorry, buddy.
Oh man. Hold on. Hold everything. Who is I missed the first one and caught the second. Well, I'll take James first since I wrote it down. I know James called very well. James, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing fine, doing good.
Yeah, enjoying it.
Little work outside, did a lot of inside work on computers and TVs that belong to the family.
Smart.
A bit of both.
Yeah, very good. But everything worked out okay?
I got both.
Yeah. I don't know. You must be pretty good at that, huh?
Occasionally, yeah, but I always get around lose time.
Oh yeah, I'm with you. Well, I'm glad. I hope it's working out for you.
I'll get some of it working.
Cool. You didn't do that for a living, did you specifically?
I've done a little bit of it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think you were doing it for a living though.
No, it's when I work for some factory and I work on their equipment.
I got you. Very good. I don't have any TVs busted at the moment, but I got this huge 20-something-year-old Hitachi. Great.
Yeah, I got a I got a large screen here, and it works better than my other screens.
Screen?
But it's a large screen. I don't know if it's got a projection or not.
Yeah, no, I got you. Well, very good. Yeah, it's a big TV. I mean, at the time, and probably buy the same thing for 1/4 the price. Very good. That was James here in Mount Juliet, Hotel India, working on TVs. Now I know where to go. Who else was in there? Said South. I heard Richard in there. Let me grab you, Richard. That was for SIB and SOR. You doing? Nice to see you this morning, Richard. KF4 SIB.
No, right before I did, I think. But yeah, I'm glad that everybody enjoyed themselves down there. That Fort seems to be. I'm glad I was able to be there. But y'all carry on, and I appreciate what you do. 7 feet to everybody on the net that you hear my voice. Thank you.
All right, very good. I'm checking in Stephanie.
Oh yeah, KI4SOR.
Yeah, it's Kilo India 4 SIB and Kilo India 4 Sierra Oscar Romeo. Stephanie, his bride. They're in Lebanon, just west of downtown. Tom, I heard you in there.
KB4SFM. Yeah, I'm in here. Hello to you and everyone on the net. Test 2000 at 100 watts.
Well, you're doing 50 over here.
Well, there you go. 73s all around. KB4SFM. Oh, by the way, before I forget, 20 years ago I came in from work and had the radios on here, and I keep CB radio on, and some guy came on there and said, "Rock radio says if you don't have your radio or TV on, you need to turn it on." Turned it on in time to see the second plane the tower in New York over.
Oh yeah, yeah. Terrible day. Terrible day. Yeah, I was. I'll spare you the story, but by the time I got to work, because I had to make a stop before going to the office, and up on the radio, and my wife called me and that kind of stuff, and I ended up. My office was right next door to the cable TV, and they had a TV in the lobby, so I went over there and watched TV for a couple hours, and I saw the plane hit the second tower. So I don't know if I awful to think about.
Well, I can remember people my mom and dad's age would talk about. They remember where they were, what they were doing, and who they were with when they heard about Pearl Harbor being bombed.
That's true. Of course, everybody remembers where they were when Kennedy got shot too.
Oh yeah, I was in high school. All right, 73 is on. Too much time already. Y'all have a good night. KB4 SFM.
Yeah, very good. That's Tom in Martha, Tennessee. 4 Sierra Foxtrot, November. Good signal, Tom. Doing great. 100 watts on his TS2000. And who else was in there?
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
Hey, Larry, how you doing?
I'm on quick.
Why? What's the matter?
I'm gaining weight.
Well, no, you just gotta. You won't gain any weight if you way up to the break.
Okay, man. When did you get on with it? KU4 SYB.
Yeah, very good. That's Larry in Rockville. Sierra Yankee Victor, great signal. Good to see you this morning. Who else is south or east?
Whiskey 4.
KC2LFT.
Hey, hold on, LFT. I'll be right there. I heard my MUF. That's what it is. I wrote down the wrong letter there. How you doing, Jimmy?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. Still upright, taking solid food.
Yeah, well, that's a good sign. That's right. When you wake up and realize you're still here.
Yeah. Now I enjoyed
You do? I'm sorry, I missed that part.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the nice weather.
Oh, yeah, it's thing inside.
Yeah, that low humidity really makes you want to get outside.
Yeah, no, it is very nice. Nice things about hot weather. It makes you appreciate cool weather when it comes around.
I appreciate cool weather, but when it gets down to 25, degrees, I don't appreciate it.
That doesn't bother me. I grew up in a winter. My mother used to tell me the story once in a while about when she would clean. We had a little tiny trailer that we lived in. It's an 8 by 18 mobile home that we lived in. And my father would come home from work because she would stick me out in a carriage up in this buggy, baby buggy. And my father would come home just to see if I was still, he'd come in the house at 5 o'clock at the end of the day and see if I was still breathing.
Well, you are one tough dude.
In a cold climate helps. My body's still acclimated to cold things. I can survive hot weather. I've been through that my formative years in cold weather.
Oh, that's right, you're in Buffalo.
Yeah, right there near Buffalo. You're right.
Oh boy.
Not that bad. I mean, it gets cold and it gets snowy, but you get used to it.
I don't think so.
Well, very good, Jimmy. Whiskey 4, Mike, Uniform Foxtrot would rather not live in cold weather. And most people wouldn't even blame him. And he's here in Mount Juliet. I think I heard Richard up there in Hartsville. How you doing, Rich?
Good evening, Paul. Everybody else on the net. Hey, we're doing real good here. Beautiful day outside. Watch your hummingbirds dive bombing. Yeah, what a great way to live, right?
Oh yeah, no, you got a good signal too. It's it's real good, and I can hear you real fine.
Very good, Paul. Well, blizzard of 77 up north there. That'll make you appreciate warm days in the summer.
Oh yeah. was in Florida when that happened. My brother was there in '77, and he was let's see, he would have been 11 when that happened. He's 17 years. He told me all about that, and if you go online and you look up Blizzard of '77 for Buffalo, you can see some of the most horrific saw in your life.
Great YouTube videos on that, and boy, and buddy, it was something else.
Oh yeah, it definitely was something else. That was a rarity too.
It was, but snow 6-7 foot tall. That was nothing, you know.
Yeah, well, when it covers up, you can't find your car. You're in deep weeds, or you can't get out of the house.
Remember rotary snow blowers. They're cleaning the roads out, and it clears right up. But hey, good way to get rid of your old junk.
Yeah, I guess insurance would pay for it.
I would hope so, man. All right, Paul, I'll let you go. Hope you all had a wonderful ACQLP back in that.
Yeah, very good. That was Rich in Hartsville. Kilo Charlie 2 Lima, Foxtrot Hartsville. It's a good stretch from here. And a lot of terrain issues between here and there too. Who else is east?
K4TWI.
Oh, you got a good signal pushing on S7 there, Wes.
Yeah. I've got the truck parked out in the yard. You're in S1, so I ran in here. You came up a little bit.
Very good.
Yep, sounded good. All right, everything's good out here in the far east. K4TWI.
Very good. Town. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. Who else is south or east? East. North. Please come in.
KO4OK.
Hey, good to see you this morning there.
Thanks, sir. It was good to see everybody, too.
Yeah, it's always nice. Just my wife says, I said, nothing.
I always saw world no problem. And by the way, that guy was talking about the plane earlier, but I mean, I've had mine over 600 foot, 800 foot, without even thinking about it.
And oh, you mean your planes you have, the radio RC planes?
Yeah, he was talking about that, but yeah, depending on the type of plane, 1,000, 1,200 foot, you know, if you can see it, you can fly.
Yeah, I guess the problem is you have to know where you are in order to do that, because you can't obviously do that near airports.
Oh yeah, point. Over here where we fly, we got a 500 foot ceiling. There's certain times we can do, but 500 foot for most of those people, they can't hardly see them. When you start talking the size of mine, you can see them better. Still, that's the ceiling. And then some of those planes, you know, they're 12 foot wingspan. So, you know, depending on the colors, not too hard to see.
What do you do? One of the best ones, you paint them international orange?
If you're smart.
Or does black work better?
Black looks like a speck. Look, they sort of look like a speck anyway. So for me, I don't do them that high because I can't see them. But it's not out of the norm at all.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure how high the element. I obviously, if you get them within some 100 feet was the limit that obviously on some people's flight path on general aviation, they might be flying at 100 feet.
Oh, as far as that, oh yeah, they can't. They're like the 1,200 foot. I forget their parts. But over at our club, most of our guys they stay within 100 to max.
Yeah, I got you. Very good. What's the maximum range on your radio signal on your controller?
Basically, as far far as you can see it, it's sort of like radio, because it's flying up in the air. Getting a direct contact to it, so that definitely helps.
Yeah, I got you. Do you know how much power is in the controller?
Probably 5 watts, not much at all.
Yeah, you're still going to have to fill out that FCC form for your.
Oh, you're killing me.
Very good. Good to have you in there, Roy, and it was good to have you at breakfast. That's Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar Kilo Echo. Who else is east or north?
G4 to the key.
Hey, Steve, how are you?
Wonderful. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing just dandy. Beautiful weather, beautiful day. I feel like I accomplished something.
Yeah, I worked today. Got one more day and 2 days off.
How many days you working a week now on that shift?
Actually, it works out to 50-50 through the year.
Oh, wow. And my wife, she's working. Her day today was shot. She went in at 5:30 and came home at night. Came home at 6:30 in the morning. But what was interesting was this was her holiday for Labor Day, so she time and a half for showing up on a holiday, and then she got double time for the additional 4 hours.
Roger that. That's what I got the last weekend on the traditional Labor Day. I worked that day and the next day, so that's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. No, that's good. It's good for we can buy another radio now.
I don't need it.
How about another antenna? You can have two 5-element beams.
Well, I got a 5 and a 3, so I got a 5 down a mile. Take the 5 down and pull it up here and put the 3 over there.
You can always get two 10-element beams.
Oh, you're incorrigible.
I know a couple of people on the net. One of the guys down in Woodbury's got two 10-element beams, with a co-phase, and man, does that thing sound good.
Yeah, I need that, but I need this laser 400 brought down first.
Oh, okay, great. Well, very good. Good to have you in there, Steve. Steve's a little bit north of Bowling Green, about 65 miles north of me. Conditions must be pretty good tonight. That's Kilo 4 whiskey. Whiskey 4. Whoa, Kilo 4 whiskey kilo uniform. Good to have you in there, Steve. And I'm looking forward to the Bowling Green Ham Fest here, October 2nd.
Yeah, the field that day, so I'll be out there somewhere. You'll see me.
Awesome. Very good. Who else is north? Anybody else north? Anybody west?
AM4YRF, Mike.
All righty, Michael. It's good to see you this morning. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good for an old guy, Paul. Got made his home for the day.
Oh, that's right. You had the big grass cutting enterprise going.
Yep, but it pays well.
Your signal is 60 over as usual, but the audio is low. Are you standing back from the mic?
I was
In the other room.
No, I'm just teasing. I was just away from the mic a little bit.
I just want to see. You heard Rick check in earlier.
I did.
Yeah, it's a bum, you know that?
I'd already ragged him about not being there.
Yeah, well, he's got a nice family to take care of there. I don't blame him.
Yes, but he just was unavoidable today.
Yeah, I get it. Well, very good. That was Michael, the one who does the net when I'm not here, and he does the chats on 28.415 upper sideband. Who else? And Mike's in Belshire, just northeast of Nashville. Who else is north or west?
And by TAW David and Madison.
Yeah, my wife asked me what the heck I was doing at the breakfast so long.
I don't know anything about it.
I know. I didn't implicate anybody. No, I just, it's the same deal. What did you talk about? Oh, it could take you so long. I go, nothing. Just talking nothing. explain that to a woman.
Yeah, I can't believe it was as late as it was.
Oh no, it's just fun stuff. It's interesting how it's fun to talk to people on here. It's usually more fun talking to somebody in person because we get so little time one on one with a group under these conditions we have right now.
Yeah, that's right. And you can expand conversations a little bit.
Yeah, well, that's right. We like I mentioned in the when we were talking about that, the self censorship that you do that I've always done on emails and texts because you don't want just don't want to say certain things because it could be confusing to some people because they don't know what you're talking about or they misconstrue what you're saying. And also on the air, we self censor ourselves for obvious reasons.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we don't we don't usually do that over on 220, but yep, you do have to do that sometimes.
Decades ago, somebody was talking about it was like a sociologist or just somebody, a commentator, saying that we actually have several languages we use. For instance, there's a language you use when you're talking to your parents. There's a language we use when you're talking to your teacher. And there's another language we use with our friends. We use different words, we different inflections, different ways of speaking. And it is funny because we do. We talk different ways under different circumstances.
Yeah, and you got to use a different language when you're talking at work.
Oh yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, you definitely have to be careful.
Well, you live and learn. Well, very good to see you this morning. Good to see you. You made it back home okay from our long-winded conversation. Is everything going well?
Going good.
All right, very good. That's David. He is in Madison. November 5, Tango Alpha Whiskey. Because who else is north or west?
KG4 CXE, Chris Nadal.
Very good. Just you this morning.
Yeah, man, I woke up at about 4 with a nursing a headache and got rid of that and went for a little bit. Went to the range with a buddy in Thompson Station. So just enjoyed some time out today and didn't sweat as bad as I could have.
Oh, so you were able to fly doing some flying today?
No, I went to Thompson Station with a friend to a range.
Oh, I didn't know what the range you meant, flying or not. Usually you'd say field, wouldn't you?
Yeah, the RC field or field for short. Yeah.
It would have been a nice day to be on the field.
It would have. I was out there and I was thinking this morning. I was thinking I should be loading up planes right now. This should be the this is the weather with no humidity. That's kind of just a calling for me to go out and try that. But maybe tomorrow.
Cool. Anything else good going on? Work going all right?
Yeah, man, everything's good other than just staying busy and trying to just turn the page and try something. See the next project comes around hopefully soon. Yeah, just running over the same old stuff. It gets a little dull, but we got to do what we got to do.
Yeah, something will throw. It always seems like something throws a wrench in the works, even though things seem to be.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, very good. That was Chris. He's in Donaldson. Kilo Golf Echo. Good signal. Glad you're having a good day. Sorry you had a headache. I hate headaches. I hate it myself. That's for sure.
KG4 LV, Jack and Donaldson.
Hey, Jack. Good to see you this morning.
Yes, good to see you and
Yeah.
everyone.
It's funny. We've had groups as big as, I don't think you've seen them that big, because we had the biggest one we had was another restaurant. We had like I think 26 came one time. It was huge. But then again, it's in a way not bad, but it's not good because you can't sit down and talk to everybody at the same time.
Yeah, that's right. And every time I go, I meet and I really enjoy it.
Oh yeah, no, it's all like I said, person to person. Ham radio's fun, but meeting the people makes it all the better.
Well, Paul, thanks for doing doing, and we appreciate it. And I'll let you get on with it.
All right, very good. That's Jack and Donaldson Kilo Golf for India Lima Victor. Who else is West?
AD4 CVE.
All right, Greg, how you doing?
I'm doing fine tonight. How about you?
Oh, I don't know. I could get any better, but hopefully I can.
Yeah, tinkering with the new toy, a nano VNA, a vector network analyzer for antenna. Just getting accustomed to it. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, no, I've used that, but only because it was somebody else's, and I'm buying one myself.
Oh, they're under $50 now. They're small, but it does all it needs to.
Really, it's only
46 or something like that.
man. Where'd you get it?
Amazon, but they're everywhere. I think on the internet now.
Yeah, because they were upwards of 100 from Gigaparts at one point when I remember seeing them.
And probably just a few years ago, 1,000.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad to hear that because now I'll just go out and grab one.
Oh yeah, it's cool too.
Very good. Am I getting dyslexic? Your call is it Kilo Golf or Kilo Bravo?
Correct.
I was wrong on both counts. That's right. It is Kilo Golf. So, yeah. Well, it's I'm right. Get every once in a while, once in a while. All right, very good, Greg. Greg is in Antioch. That's where he is. Kilo Delta 4. We'll catch you on 6 meters. Who else is south or west or east or north?
Kilo 4 Hermitage, Alexandria.
Oh, awesome, man. We weren't talking. I did mention you this morning. We were talking about a little bit about at the breakfast.
Oh yeah, the breakfast had some stuff going on, reflecting on the go.
Yeah. So how's you getting fully employed on the new schedules?
In a weird situation because the airplane that I'm on, which is the one that I was on when 9/11 happened, leaving Chicago, so they're having to transition me to a new airplane. So at the end of the month, so I have to wait until they send me to training later in October, then I'll be flying the 787.
7 what?
787. 787 is the latest and greatest big airplane from Boeing and Jet, and made out of a lot of plastic.
Doesn't have the name.
Yeah. We call it Sparky because it's got a lot of electrical stuff. Got rid of a lot of the hydraulics and used kind of a localized pump hydraulic system so that there's not like a central system that saves on the weight, makes the airplane supposedly more reliable.
And lighter, I imagine.
Weight, that's for sure.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting. In fact, your name came up because somebody had mentioned about the still being up in the air and can apparently be used for another 20 or 30 years, and you think, my gosh. And as I mentioned that one of the hams in the area was used to fly those things.
Yeah, it's funny because one B-52 friends of mine during Operation Desert Storm, and they have a website dedicated to them. I was just looking at the website, and son of a gun, just a few moments later, my navigator from back then gave me a call, and he said he was just thinking about me, so it was kind of weird.
Oh, that's fun. I didn't remember losing a B-52 over there in Desert.
Yeah, we lost it in Diego Garcia, one of your old stomping grounds.
What happened? It was a takeoff problem?
No, it's a long and complicated story, but basically, electrical power and all 8 engines flamed out, and the airplane went into the drink, and they lost 3 guys.
Wow. Yeah, it's always a pity, but obviously there are Yeah, you have to tell me that story another time. All right, can I look that up?
Yeah, it's yeah. Just look up B-52 Lost Diego Garcia. It's a pretty good write-up. It's very complicated. It basically amounts to the man-machine interface that uses 1940s. That same accident would not happen in a modern airliner.
Huh. Well, modern airliners have newer, more modern.
Yeah, and they like to fix themselves. So there's a lot of you go now. Why is it doing that?
Oh, really? Yeah, I imagine the avionics on the new planes are really quite.
But yeah, I'll have to talk to you about some of that stuff when we eyeball you. It's kind of funny, and there's a lot of issues with technology being what it is, and then of course they're getting older, so you know how it is.
Yeah. It was like that old. We'll have planes that won't even fly themselves, and I'm pretty sure that might be in their future.
Oh yeah, they want to do that, but it's kind of like Tesla. Every time they tell us that it's the cat's meow, one of them ends up. You just don't want an airplane to do that.
No, I mean it's a nice thought, but having humans as a backup system is pretty preferable, I think.
Better than a machine. They react better sometimes, but sometimes they just don't make the right decision.
Yeah, I'm told that I guess on the F-22, because of the quickness required in some of the maneuvers, the changes as quick as they need to be made.
Yeah, it's amazing the technology. So back to the net then. Don't want to hog it here. K4AL.
Yeah, very good. That's Alan. He's got a remote base in Hermitage. Yeah, Hermitage, right?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, I just want to make sure my brain was functioning normal. Remote base in Hermitage, but he normally lives down near Alexandria. You home tonight? I didn't get an answer from all over the world. So that was Alan, Kilo 4 Alpha Lima. Who else is anywhere?
Up here, Alpha Mike in Clarksville.
Hey, you sound good. Must have good conditions tonight.
Yeah, pretty good. It's around. Sometimes you at 7, then sometimes there's a bunch of static. So I guess it's pretty normal.
You didn't happen to get Juliet 4 Romeo Echo guy over there, did you? In Elkton?
No, I got his stuff written down here. I hadn't made contact with him yet.
Because he really, when we had good conditions, his signal was outrageous.
That's crazy because I always have a little bit just elevation wise through the ridge and stuff. But luckily, well, I don't know about luck, but there's not much north here still. So I guess Elkton, which if you look on the map, it's not that big a town. So I haven't heard much activity that direction. But I think I can get them probably on my regular antenna.
Well, just out of curiosity, I did an elevation profile between Elkton and me, and it looks like it can't be done because there's a huge ridge between me and him, and mostly toward his direction.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like that same ridge that's in kind of in Pleasant View area between you and I, and that we seem to be making it over. Despite with some sort of refraction, a little bit of curvature and stuff, but yeah.
It too. It almost looks impossible sometimes when I've done elevation profiles. Obviously, the airwaves, those signals under over, obviously they don't go through.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think exit 31 area on 2024, 800 range, and you're in what 6 whatever, and I'm in the 5, and then there's the whole curvature of the Earth feet, so none of this should work technically.
Yeah, I get the strong feeling that it's not that it does, it goes over, yes, but it's not as if our signals, just slide over things. They bounce off a thermal things do,
Oh yeah, I mean that's the only way this thing is working at all is other voodoo magic that I don't know of. But a lot of talk about elevation, and that's fine. But when you start talking about 350 miles, um, you're fighting more than elevation. I mean, look at your Earth curvature factors, and it's huge. And it's like, well, how? We have a couple hundred feet difference, but what about the 1,000 feet? I think it's 1,000 feet curvature between you and I.
I forgot. I didn't realize it was that great on that distance, but you're right. I don't know. You were not. Were you on board that night a couple of 3 weeks ago when we had conditions in Illinois on this frequency?
No, I was gone. I did have a couple nights in there that it was good, and I heard some strange stuff from all over the place. But yeah, that's when those I think it's when that there's like a ducting of a certain temperature air between like I don't know.
Oh, it is crazy because the guys sounded like they were, like just down this, the next county,
Yeah, in Clarksville, there was a signal on the frequency. So there was about 2 or 3 days that there was crap all over that thing out east. I don't think we ever figured out who it was. That was kind of all over the frequency.
It's not a toned repeater.
Which is weird because you think in that frequency range it would be a repeater if it was tone, but never heard a tone. It was just garbage. No, I almost thought it digital.
Huh. Interesting. Well, very good. Hope you're doing all right up there.
Yeah, dude. Around and beautiful weather, like you've been mentioning, and it's all good up here on the island.
Yeah, very good. All the way up there in near Clarksville, anyway. Well, very good. Good to have you in there, Mike. It was Kilo 4 Golf Sierra Alpha up kind of east, isn't it, of Clarksville?
Yeah, I'm just off of exit 8, just north of exit 8. And really within about a quarter mile of the Clarksville city limits.
Yeah, very well. You're good tonight. I'm glad to have you in there. Again, it was Kilo 4 Golf Sierra Alpha near Clarksville. That was Michael. Anybody else north, south, east, or west?
Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor Mobile.
Ah, very good. The Mobile station, Kilo Bravo 5. How you doing tonight?
Well, another exciting day in paradise. Leaving work, 24 hammer down here eastbound up on 840 last 2 miles before home. Got to realize how out of practice I am. Talking mobile driver a long time ago was natural. Now it's like, oh wow, big lift.
Well, the weather's good for whatever. Good for driving even, isn't it?
Well, it helps keep me awake, that's for sure, because otherwise I'll go to sleep for a few minutes at a time.
Well, what brought you out so late in the evening? You coming home from work, maybe?
Yeah. As always, a little short-handed, so I got to come out and fill in.
Yeah, a lot of organizations seem to be shorthanded, don't they?
Well, I mean, I'm in the public sector, so it's a little bit different. The short answer is the boss has got to make up.
Yeah, no, I get it. You might have heard me talking about my wife working 12 hours last night at the Postal Service.
Well, at least they don't have to get vaccinated.
Well, they do have to get vaccinated.
Oh, I haven't seen any print on that yet, but that's interesting.
Well, that was supposedly it does include them, but them has already told them. The organization has told the administration they're not going to do it.
Well, I figured the union for my group as well is going to do the same thing, but they've already told me we're not going to apply now. I was really expecting it. I mean, I got mine. I got no problem getting it, but I haven't grown any horns or a third leg. or anything yet, but anyway.
Yeah, I get it. I figure I have to believe this. I believe that fake cards, you could probably get them for $5 more. The fake, have them all filled out and everything. I'm sure that's available somewhere.
Well, it already is. And you see the news story where a load of those cards were found, and then there's been a couple other stories where they're, buying them all. They fill out the information. That one woman got caught trying to get on a plane or something like that. Showed them her card, and that one ended up being fake. And of course, what gave it away was she spelled the company name wrong.
Well, when I first went to get my test, get the first vaccine at the VA, they say they filled it out and it says the serial number on whatever the vaccine thing was, and it had the date and initials. I don't even think it had initials. It just filled it out. And I looked at the nurse who gave it to me and I go, I can duplicate this card at that. She goes, yeah, no. Anyway, I showed up for the second vaccine and card. I go, oh man, I don't have it. She said, don't worry about it. No big deal. So I go, okay. I just figured they'd give me another card. No, they gave me a post down the vaccine number and the date or whatever else was on it. So I took it home and wrote it in myself. That's what they told me to do.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can do it as long as the information is correct, right? Which it would be. So there's no issue there. Plus, state health department.
Well, that's what I'm getting is how would they possibly reconcile all of those millions of vaccine numbers at an airport or at a job place?
Well, all I can tell you is I ain't worrying about it.
I don't have to go to work, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I'll trade you.
Oh no, my concern with my wife and me if we have to travel, and we're not going to be traveling air travel real soon. And I don't remember if New York City, and we had to go up into that area of the country. But don't you remember, New York City wasn't allowing anybody in unless they were vaccinated.
Yeah, well, you already vaccine passport. You got to have your little shoulder armband saying that you're vaccinated. If not, they'll put you on the train.
Crazy. Just crazy. What a crazy world we run into, huh?
Yeah, well,
anyway, that's Larry. Larry, good to have you in there. Mobile. That's Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor. Normally near Murfreesboro there. Who else is any place anywhere? Or do we call late check-ins? Lurkers, lollygaggers, and sandbaggers. That's who we forgot.
How about redeemers?
Did I hear Steve in there?
Am I making it or what?
Yeah, no, there was a little bit of a double, Steve.
Oh, if somebody's closer, take them first.
No. Somebody was giving me a rude comment.
A rude comment? Oh, say it ain't so.
No, it's all good. So how you doing?
Enjoying. It's a lot cheaper with the air conditioner. No AC, no heat. The way to go.
Oh, no question about it. Kind of weather is just so nice. It really is.
So I really can hear nobody that you're talking to. What's going on with the post office people? Are they going to bend over and get injected too, or what?
There was and initially they said they weren't included, and apparently that was a misquote or and then they said no, they're not excluded. They're mandated to get it too. Well, I'm expecting to hear loud pops from people's brain, their heads explode, because I know some people at the Postal Service are not really happy about this. And I wouldn't be surprised that you have several people quit. The union head said to do it, so I don't know what's going to happen. The national union guy.
Yeah, I watched a great interview with three-star General Flynn today on USAWatchdog.com. That's the same interview with him. And I'm sure you know who that guy is. He kind of explained what he sees going on, and he was national security advisor under Trump. The guy's not stupid. He's like, yep, you're right in the middle of the communist takeover.
Yeah, well, let's put it this way. I didn't think that they'd have the necessity to do a mandatory anything. That's exactly what they did.
Right, it's all pre-planned. It's been in the works for a very long time. But yeah, General Flynn, I think he's a stand-up guy. He defended the lieutenant colonel in that video that explained how this was not incompetence. This came from the very top.
Oh yeah, yeah. We'll talk again some other time. I had an interesting. I was reading the news this evening, and it said that had a discussion with the president of China on the phone today. I guess it was today. Maybe it was yesterday. I don't know. And I thought to myself, a conversation on the phone with anybody, I'm willing to bet they have a voice double for Mr. Biden.
Well, absolutely. You'll see green eyes or brown eyes or blue eyes. You'll see earlobes, no earlobes, Kardashian earlobes, computer-generated image. All done out of Fort McPherson, Georgia, because nobody's been in D.C. almost all year.
That's wild. Well, very good, Steve. Good to hear you now. You got a good signal.
Okay, yeah, you're about half scale. See if I can hear anybody else. 18 AM.
Good. We'll catch you later. That was Steve. He is in Scottsville, Kentucky. Alpha Charlie 9, India Mike. Who else? Anybody else late chicken?
My body, my choice.
No, no. Your body, his choice. What are you talking about?
Do your abortions or whatever. My body, my choice. Well, my body, my choice first. Whether you get vaccinated.
Oh no. Listen. Vaccinated because of some other health issues. But I don't think they should mandate any of that. It seems to me that's best with your health that way. They just can't do it. They can't mandate that at all. And we'll see how the courts make this happen or don't happen. And I see the results.
Yeah, it's KB5. So, I mean, they keep hitting, well, you had to have all these other vaccines. Well, if you want the other public benefits, such as attending school, going to certain public functions and whatnot, then yeah, you have to be vaccinated, which is why we get, measles, polio, all that. If you never want to go to school or do anything, you don't have to get vaccinated.
Well, there's also never given vaccine. They've never mandatory any vaccine for a flu in the last 100 years. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just telling you that we'd be losing one of our liberties right there. I agree with you.
I'm just glad the Supreme Court is stacked the way it is right now. If it wasn't, we tell you, it'd be it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it all comes down. I'd say it was frightening, but that's not the right word. It makes you anxious about mandatory anything.
Well, it'll be 6-3 or 5-4.
I hope so. I really do. I mean, I thought the same thing about Obamacare, but it didn't happen that way.
Well, they said it was a tax, and I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, the government does have authority to tax, but to receive money for the program. But my thought process is, but they can't make you become part of the program. And that was my over that.
Well, what was odd about that, and I need to move on. What was odd about that is that it was not in the legal argument to the Supreme Court as a tax, and the Supreme Court said it was a tax in the decision.
And the rest of the senators on that don't have a clue where Roberts come up with his decision making. But anyway, all right, yeah, they're moving on. Get 5 years.
Yeah, very good. Anybody else? Late check in before we move on and go. Well, Scott.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, go ahead, Scott.
All right, this is available through a brand new ham radio station. one that's just passed his tech test and above. I won in a contest a B-Tech, same thing as Baofeng, UV5X, and I'm giving that away to any brand new ham radio operator, preferably a young ham.
Oh, that's new hams. Scott, K1 SPD's got a brand new BTEC. It's a UV5 X-Ray 3. That's a 5-watt HT, is it?
Yes, it's a tri-bander.
Oh, cool. Nice. And that's a 220, 70 centimeter, and 2 meter?
Roger.
Awesome, awesome. Anyway, tri-bander, and that's a UV5X3. New to any new tech, hopefully a young technician, the one who just passed the exam. If anybody knows, email's good on QRZ?
Yes, it is.
Very good. So look up Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. Hopefully a young one who, and they'll win a nice prize here tonight. Good to have you in there, Scott. Appreciate that that offer on Hamfest.
One of the HF nets I participate in, USTAW, they had a summer giveaway, and you had to make 70 contacts to 70 different amateurs on the net, whatever the time frame was. And I think 3 of us completed it and drew my name.
Awesome. Pretty good at winning when there's only 3 there, right?
Yeah.
Well, how much would those normally go for? Do you remember?
Oh, I think you can pick this up less than $50.
Cool. No, it's nice to get a tri-bander like that. You know, I've got 2 of those older tri-banders, a 2 meter, 70 centimeter, and 220. I love those radios.
Well, I don't use the bands. I've got a handheld that does VHF and 220, so I don't need the UHF part of it. But there you go. K1 SPD.
Yeah, very good. That was Scott. Again, a BTEC UV5X3 new technician, hopefully a young one who would appreciate a brand new radio. Anybody else with a buy, sell, swap, or swindle issue? All righty, we're going to move over to the 6 meter net. Here we are at 9:22, where I've been here an hour and 20 minutes. So we're 50.135, 50.135 upper sideband. Moving there unless I hear a complaint beforehand.
How many check-ins?
29.
Thank you.
29 check-ins, and moving over to 6 meters. It's 50.135. Catch you over there. All right, it is Kilo. Check-ins on the 6 meter net. We're starting from the south. Please come now. Ready from the south on 6 meters. Please come in. A little off frequency, and it's Kilo who? Kilo. Well, boy, I'm not copying that. You're a little low to me, so obviously you're off my frequency of 50.135. I'm not sure why. It's Kilo 4 what?
Hey, Molly.
Oh, K4 IDC. Yeah, you were a little low on that there, Robin.
Well, I'm hearing you clearly. 35.35.
Ah, okay. Well, I can double check mine. I can't do it right now, but which radio are you using?
This is the Kimberly TS480 that I got in the office.
Oh, awesome, awesome. Tuning on the, on maybe that does. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'll be able. Well, all right. Carry on. K4.
Very good. That's Robin here south of me 5 miles. It's Kilo 4 India Delta Charlie. Who else is south? Anybody else south? Please come down. Over to the east. I'm not copying any of these. Anybody there? east, west.
Kilo.
Hey, Alan, I was wondering if anybody was listening to me. Are you copying me there from the Hermitage station?
Oh, you can overnight.
Oh, awesome. Very good. What antenna do you have over there at the Hermitage?
It's a homebrew 5 element. Everything's kind of short. It's only up about, I don't know, 40 feet or so.
No, it's doing great then. Yeah, that's great. Very good for Alpha Lima there in Hermitage. Who else is any place, anywhere, please come now. All right, I am copying here, Dave. It's a little low, but I recognize your voice and your call, November 5 Tango Alpha Whiskey. How copy me? Yeah, okay, very good. I can hear you too. Just a little weird. Again, November 5 Tango Alpha Whiskey, David in Madison. Who else is, we'll just stay with North. All righty, I did get you in there. Good to have you in there, Greg. Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. Antioch, who else is, I think I said that right. Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo, Greg and Antioch. Who else is?
KM for a while, or did you get your call?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Right at the same time. I got you in there, Michael. Boy, the signal went down. Is that still you, Mike?
Well, I can't hear anybody.
Yeah, it's rough tonight. I mean, I was copying Alan's signal real fine there from Hermitage, but he's got a beat direction. Yeah, it's interesting. Anybody else on the frequency, please come now.
KG4 CXD, Kristen.
Are you copying Michael there from your location, Chris?
Oh, yeah, and I heard Alan really loud. I think I heard Roy in there.
There? Call out for Roy if you don't mind there, Chris.
Okay. And Alpha Paul, you didn't hear him though.
No, I could not hear anything. Yeah. Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar Kilo. I have a relay in there, but that's good. Yeah, conditions are pretty poor to some locations tonight. Very good, Chris. Got you in there. Who else in there? I thought I heard somebody in there. Is anybody copying that? Michael or Chris, you're not copying that?
Negative.
Yeah, you got a good signal to me.
Yeah, you guys are about 5.7, but the audio is great. Roy was a little lower on signal, but still good audio.
Roy's is he using an end fed? Is that what he's using?
I believe so, yep. Oh, Jack and Donaldson moving in me.
Who in Donaldson?
Jack.
No, I can't hear Jack at all. KG4ILV. Okay, very good. I'll just like, no, Jack is often low on 6 or 10 to me, and I'm not sure why. Wow. Well, that's because you still gets us a better antenna than I do.
Oh yeah, 6 element gun.
Yeah, very good. Having a 6 element out Yagi on 6 meters. That's awesome. Anybody else? I got you in there, Jack. If you can hear me, Kilo Victor. Who else is on any place anywhere? I heard somebody in there, but I don't know who it was. Anybody got? Nobody. Chris or Mike or Robin, you don't hear anything?
Nope, I don't hear anything. I can faintly hear someone, but the audio's so sharp. They're in a dull on my antenna.
Yeah, no, that would be the problem, but I think I hear somebody in there. I just can't make out who it is. Yeah, right then I heard somebody, but I don't know who it is.
It's a Kilo Bravo
or somebody.
That wouldn't be Tom, isn't it? Kilo Bravo 4 Sierra Foxtrot November. Well, Tom's the only Kilo Bravo station on tonight. No, that's not true. Larry, Kilo Bravo 5, Echo Charlie tonight too.
Yeah, that's Tom trying to check in.
Oh, that is Tom. Oh, tonight. Anybody else, please come down. Go ahead.
K4AL, K4IC.
Yeah, go ahead, Robin.
Put up the contest. I'm an Echo Mike 66.
I'm an Echo Mike 66 also.
Thank you so much.
All righty, got that little problem resolved. You don't need the extra 2.
No, just field and locator.
Okay. Yeah, because he's actually, well, he's listed his address, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the station address, obviously. All right, do we have any other stations checking in? Please come now.
Yeah, he's an Echo Mike 66. He's going to operate from Japan.
Yeah, that's right. Close the net, K4PEW. Any other check-ins before I move on? Yeah, all I hear is a jumble of words in there. Well, very good. Appreciate everybody being there. That was 1, 7, 8, 9, 10 on 6 meters. I think that might be a record, but a couple of them were relays due to bad operating conditions. But good to have you all in for Papa Echo Whiskey. Have a great night, everybody.